What's up, guys? I have a new feature to present. I call it the label enhancements. And actually we have the float label like this. When you focus it, it goes over. And I've added two more variants, which is in label and the on label. And I'll also added the IFTA label, which I will cover soon. So as I mentioned, we had this feature. You had to wrap your input and label with the float label component. And when you focus it, it stays on top and it displays an animation when moving up. Now there are two more alternatives. One is the in label, the other one is the on label. So if you set variant equals to in or on, you will get these two different options. And they are integrated with validation as well. So in case there's a failed validation, the label also displays itself as invalid. Now, it is integrated with theme as well, so I can just change my theme and the label also retrieving the color. This is all based on the preset you use. If you may choose it not to color it as well, depending on your preference. And there's an alternative, which is the IFTA label. It is inside. There's a pattern or there's discussions on the web like should you use float labels or should you use IFTA labels. IFTA labels are like the in mode, but they don't animate, so they're just there all the time. So in case your users don't like moving or motion, then IFTA label might be the better choice. And again, it's integrated with the invalidations. So the input was done, but then I had to do it for different components. So it was a different story because, each component is different. So I have created new samples to make sure that they work fine. And for example, here's an example with selects. And here's another example with IFTA. And this is the same story. For example, the input number here, we had the float labels. Because when you enable a prop on a certain component like the buttons here, they may push, for example, this one. I had to do some tricks for this as well. So the input may be pushed. So I have checked all the components, added some exclusive CSS to make sure that they work fine when used within a float label or an IFTA label. So this is quite fun as well. So you can use an input number just like it, but it actually uses some custom CSS to make it work and something like this. So the labels are done because I'd seen this feature on the web when filling up some forms, so realized that we don't have it. So spent last week on adding these, and also I'm working on the material design theme for our next gen theming. So the material design have this all labels that are move around. So I just realized that we don't have this feature and it will benefit from material design as well. So edit this. Hope you like it. When this feature is coming up, Prime ANG for Angular users 18, our next generation version. Prime React 11, the rebooted version, which is also coming up very soon. And the Prime View users 4.1.0, that will also include the material design preset for that, which Prime ANG 18 will also have it, by the way. And then we will focus on the form libraries and RTL and things like that, and the story goes on. Okay, thank you. Hope you like this feature, and in case you like to save some space around the forms, in your forms, and not worry about labels, where to put them, this will be, I think, very helpful. And it's now a built-in feature. Thank you.